Well, hello everybody. This is part 2 of my tour through End of Dragons. I think you're going to really like this one, Boots.
Oh yeah? Where are we now?
We are in the Echovald forest.
Oh, wait, go back up. I want to see that again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you guys missed it before, it's a pre-recorded video. I shot this last week. But
I will never learn that it's pre-recorded and continuously ask you to go back and look at something.
So I'm taking Boots through it, and I look at the waypoints, by the way. I adore them. I'm taking Boots through it, and we're gonna have a little look around. Now, if you watched the previous one, it was a Guildhall capture. I do recommend it, and just like with the Guildhall capture, this is basically just some Zerg stuff. And everyone is in a very tight ball. If you look at the minimap there, you'll see everyone sort of will stand in a cluster. I'm getting as much of a look of the Echovald as I can here.
Looks like the devs are flexing on you guys by riding the turtles.
Yes, and I'll actually get on one of those in this video, Boots. I'll actually...
Jade Tech chest.
Yeah, so this is part of the Jade Tech Mastery. They're everywhere. So, yeah, so I was talking to Mike the other day about the Jade Tech Mastery, and he was saying he's still not too sure how convinced he is by it. But I've got to say, Boots, from playing this, there's a lot of places you can interact with Jade Tech stuff. Like, a lot. Like, most of the times when I press F through these demos, it pops up and says, hey, do something with the Jade Tech bot.
That is interesting. So the problem with masteries like Jade Tech, although to be fair, with the Jade Tech bot, it seems usable pretty much anywhere. But if there's things that are like map specific, that's always kind of annoying to me. But I do like the bots the way they look so far.
What do you mean map specific?
Well, like, you know, all the Living World masteries are pretty much map specific.
Oh, like the Coder's Flame and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I prefer things that are universal.
Yeah, well, I think it's universal to Cantha. So it's like continent specific. Like those chests are all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
And
okay. That's fine. If it's just the chest, but I mean the mastery contains a lot of other things, right? Like the bot itself and
yeah, well, the bot itself will open those chests and stuff. The one thing I will say is the next part you guys will see, we're in Kaineng. And that's a really weird tour, but we'll get there when we get there. That one has, like, the zip lines and stuff. I don't remember seeing any zip lines here in the Echovald, but I might be wrong. Okay, so the other thing to note here is this is the other mastery. We're talking about the Jade bot here. But what we're actually... I was so tempted to trigger this event, Boots. But if you look at the minimap, no one's really around here. So I was like, maybe I won't. It's a different meta that we're doing, so I didn't quite have the balls to do that. But
you can't say it wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. They'd all just immediately look. I hope you guys enjoy pausing this, by the way, and looking at all the little details as we just sort of go through on this casual commentary. But yeah, that's Arborstone that you can actually upgrade and stuff, and so you get a bit of a glimpse of it here in this tour.
It was very pretty. I like the stained glass windows quite a bit.
Yeah, I was really hoping that they'd like find a way to toggle it into the different phases, a bit like with the Guildhall tour, but they didn't quite. So I figured something out, Boots. I was saying when we saw the official live stream of this place, that this felt a lot like Maguma, and I realised why to one degree. It's these fireflies and stuff everywhere. It just feels...
Yeah.
It's like, you know, in the previous part, they redid the hermit crabs. I kind of wish they redid the fireflies.
Some of these Tengu.
Yeah, they look awesome, right? I love the owl Tengu, man.
I love the owl Tengu. They're like, some of them just look like burbs, you know? Like little cute little round burbs.
Yeah, it's like, so good. Dude, if they ever really do add Tengu, that character creator is going to be amazing. It's going to have so much stuff on it. So that there as well was the mystery portal entrance. I can't remember if in official press they revealed where that goes or whatever, but there's a big red X
I thought
there.
it was Arborstone.
Oh, that is literally the entrance to Arborstone. Is it actual Arborstone?
I thought so.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense. So I thought I was in the Arborstone Cathedral area here at the start, but I guess we
Maybe
weren't.
you were. Maybe I'm talking out my butt.
It could be me too. I mean, you can see the gaps in my knowledge here. It's not really going to matter in 3 days, obviously. I remember a bit of speculation that was the strike portal entrance. So here, I'm way too far away now. Everyone sort of ran far ahead. You get more of the ritualists that you were talking about before, the spirits.
Well, those are the spirits.
Yeah. And that was literally called a Spirit of Destruction there, which was a Rit skin in the first game, which is pretty nice.
There you
go. This graveyard I was quite interested in because there's a billion gravestones. One of the things I loved about Vanilla was interacting with them, but it just says the text on the gravestones too worn to read. So I guess they copy-paste
Well, because it's an old place, you know? Maybe if you restore Arborstone, you'll be able to read it.
Well, I kind of was a little bit disappointed by that, I've got to be honest. Oh, there you go. There's a zip line.
Okay. So how does the zipline work?
You just get to a certain level in the Jadebot Mastery, you press F on them, and you can zipline around. And they're like ley lines. It's like a new version of ley lines, disconnected from the gliding track.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. So it's ley lines that aren't visible until you activate them.
I guess, yeah. I guess. I can't really remember. Some of them are always visible though. They are always standing around. So that one definitely didn't seem to have anything visible.
Ley lines definitely clutter up the ley line maps a little bit, so it's nice to have a zipline kind of situation.
Yeah, I love the zipline animation. They repurposed that like green goblin, surfboard gliding out animation in a really cool way with it. I think it's repurposed. So anyway, yeah, here's a little bit of Siege Turtle in a meta. Of course, if you guys have been following very closely, the other thing the Jade bot line does is you can choose that you can it's like Buildcraft, and you can choose to supercharge your cannon strikes. So I don't actually have that in any of this footage, but it's an interesting thought. And yeah, okay. So a big thing I wanted to do, Boots, was I wanted to look at these just every enemy variety I could, like get a real look at how different they seem from Twisted Watch Knight stuff. All the Jade
look, Kieran.
Yeah, check it out. He's cool.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, well, he got cold because they're putting us in meta stuff, and I kind of got to keep the frames up, so he gets cold out if at a certain point. He either despawned or he got cold. I don't know which. I can't remember if the nameplate disappeared. But the thing about the Kieran, I thought the Kieran was cool, but in Guild Wars 1, obviously, there were stone versions of them. Or at least they had that name. I can't remember if they actually had that appearance.
Stone Kieran, yeah, I remember.
But
I think
he just looked like a regular Kieran, or it looked like a regular Kieran. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is the entrance to the meta now. So a little bit of a walk through Echovald.
I remember this from. I think I remember this area from them demonstrating the no. The Siege Trolls was somewhere else, but this is where the articles were saying they were taking over this camp or this place.
Yes, they did show a little bit of this off, and this is
and you shoot the towers, the little things, the field projectors, so you could get through the force field.
Yeah, I don't think they ever showed anyone inside it up until now, right? That's what this tour is going to be. We're actually going to do the whole meta event, guys. The whole meta event.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we can sort of see how it's structured. If I remember rightly, on the day, this is like meant to be medium difficulty, somewhere in the middle. There's some metas that are going to be easier. There are some metas that are going to be more challenging. The thing is, I don't really care about the challenge of a meta. I don't think it matters. I think it's the intricacy of a meta, the spectacle.
And I think it's actually, the intricacy of the metas are nice, but also I think probably if there's like some ridiculously rare drop reward, that's always nice.
Oh, well, absolutely, yeah, on that side of things for sure. But I mean, when I think high quality meta, it's not that it's hard or that people fail it regularly. In fact, I think that tends to make it a bad meta and ill-trafficked. I think it's just got to have a lot of cool moving parts and decent spectacle. That's what's great about Tarir. Not necessarily the synchronizing of the 4 bosses. Okay, so look at me here, Boots. Are you proud of me? Everyone
You're all alone.
Yeah, I've like climbed. I was like, can I climb in before I'm allowed to?
You broke the meta. What have you done?
So I just go up there. It's very dangerous there though, so I kind of get kicked out. And you see, I got some debuffs.
By the way, I think you just you figured out the new meta of this meta, and that's what's going to happen when launch actually hits. They're not going to take down the force field. Everybody's going to jump up there.
Well, see, you wonder about things like this, but I'm guessing we do actually have to kill the cogs. I also messed up there. Maybe. I'm a Harbinger. I tried to protect myself in Shroud and just stack debuff on
that doesn't work.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of a moment. Here I'm looking at the turtle. It's a shame the devs didn't dye all their turtles different colors and stuff.
I wonder if that's gonna. Well, I mean, yeah. They're gonna. I know that.
Oh, they did actually. I'm lying. That guy's dyed his green, and the other guy dyed the other one. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say. Yeah, I remember people dyeing them all the different colors of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
back in the beta.
I think dyeing the turtles is pretty cool. Really, I just want to see a red one. Red turtles are awesome. That's what I did in my beta with the turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I can't. On the one hand, I kind of want to be able to use one here, but on the other hand, most of the community who's really involved with Guild Wars has already actually experienced it because of that one beta. I don't know. Maybe there were some people.
Do you know what they could possibly do for turtle gem store skins? Because for gem store skins for mounts, they like change the type of animal a lot.
A part of me says no. I've got no idea. But at the same time, I never would have predicted a skimmer hummingbird.
Yeah.
Or a skimmer like motorbike and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
So I don't know. And here's the weird thing. I remember going back to the start of POF when people were saying do gemstone mounts, they can do amazing stuff. You know what? One of the mounts I always said I wanted to see more than anything else, and that was Super Adventure Box mounts. And when the Raptor finally came, I don't know if it's that much loved, to be honest. So my big recommendation from the POF era wasn't even a good one. I'd be tempted to say there's turtles in the Super Adventure Box, so a Super Turtle mount.
Oh, there you go.
But again, I don't know whether it's actually people's jam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting thought as well, isn't it? That when this comes out in a few days, will be the end of February. 1 month of End of Dragons, and then Super Adventure Box is back, and we can get back to complaining about not having a new world.
We're for sure gonna get Jade mech mount skins, I'm guessing.
Oh, what, like yeah, not just for the turtle, but for all of them too, right?
Yeah, for all of them, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so here, again, look, we get the details. There's a boss there. There's some
And you're somewhere else.
So, no, I'm in the meta area. It's just I'm thinking, can you climb up and do things? So I'm just... You know,
that's gotta hurt his foot.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, look, I'm getting value here. There's actual content up here. Look.
What is this? What is this? An automated security turret. Okay, and you just kill that.
Really high, but I can't hit it. Miss.
It's obstructed.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to be here, I don't think.
Well, yeah. So, and then I sort of glide around. I realized, so the idea is we're on the outer flanks right now. The Zerg's split in half. Just so that people know, this is based on Guild Wars 1's Fort Aspenwood. And back there were 2 flank entrances, 2 side gates. And I was really struck when I was standing here, Boots, just how much the old Fort Aspenwood it actually feels like here. Outer gate, inner gate, and then they connect in the middle. I mean, it really is the same layout. It's very cool. It's just obviously all technologically built up now. And so what I've done here was never possible in Guild Wars 1. I can actually just jump on into the middle.
Right, because there was no jumping.
Yeah, exactly, and certainly no springers and stuff like that. But I'm not quite brave enough to do it because I think that looks like a full-on sequence break to do that, and that might be a bit...
Yeah.
You know what I miss about this, though, a little bit, too?
What?
It's Jade Tech hollow doors now, and my favourite thing about well, maybe not my favourite thing, but one of my favourite things about Fort Aspenwood in the original game was those amber doors that like build up and collapse, and they're not here anymore because it's not like amber. It's all jade.
It's all jade tech.
It's all jade, no amber. See, the Luxion's won, guys. I think if we're going to take anything from this, it's the Luxion's won. What do you think of these?
Have we besides the Blade Sworn? Have we seen any other amber technology shown to us?
Yeah,
the
Blade Swan does it in its ammo or bullets or something, isn't it? Isn't that? It's like literally a trait name suggests it. And that's
yeah. But besides the Blade Swan.
Yeah, I know. I was just affirming what you were saying. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember.
Is it just a dead technology that people don't use anymore because Jade Tech came along?
Yeah, I'm really curious what they do because my guess is they're trying to make it. You know, I was reading the Warden Law last night again. And there's a line in the Warden Law in the factions manuscripts where they say, inexplicably, the Wardens were not affected by the Jade Wind. Now, if they go into a place where they say that the Jade Wind itself is some kind of draconic energy and we didn't understand what happened with Dwayne and the Harvest
maybe the
Ceremony.
Wardens are a Jade minion. I mean, a Dragon minion.
Exactly, and then them being lost cousins of the Sylvari and another Morgemoth seed and all that stuff kind of all works. And in that case, it's like, okay, Jade is the big focus. What's Amber then, though? That kind of doesn't fit, you know, and it kind of breaks my brain a bit imagining how they'll connect all this together. So my gut is, if I know Guild Wars and I know how these things go, there's probably like a little bit of side dialogue somewhere in the open world, very easily missed, that expands a little on Amber. But I doubt it will be a major plot point. It might even be like mouse over flavor text on an item or two somewhere, and not much else.
And all these slow-moving projectiles are great for just dodging everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was going to get absolutely messed up coming here, but I was quite healthy. Might just be all my regeneration or something. And here I'm deciding, okay, I'll LOS, I'll do a little bit more fighting, you know. I don't want to completely avoid fighting. And we'll just see how we do. So they're obviously all scaled up, but we get a bit of a strength of this elite spec here.
Yeah, not bad.
It's okay, on a power variant. It's okay, Cleave. Obviously, if I was Condi, I could run Parasitic Contagion as well. That was the de facto best way to do it in the betas. It was so good. And will probably be my actual Harbinger build.
Yeah, Celestial.
Man, I was playing World vs. World last night thinking I could craft all my legendary armor for one of the other armor categories. And I'm actually not even close. So I might I might be playing on light when I'm in this expansion, just so I have the thrill of changing builds all the time.
Yeah.
So Harbinger might be my class, man. It might be.
I'm just going to continue to say, oh, you know what? I just gave away all my gold, but I realize now that I need to buy a bunch of exotic armor to make my builds. So that's going to be rough.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. Playing a Reaper on Dragon's gear might be cool as well.
I mean, I just cleared the courtyard. Almost there.
This big hatch looks like it leads straight down to the prototype.
Yep. It'll give the turtles a clear shot, but can only be opened from inside the lab. Riders.
Oh, so this prototype must be the thing that they show in all of the trailers. And now they feel like they could show it to everybody.
Well, there's two things that they show in the trailers. This is one of them. There's two things. You'll see when we get down there. So, yeah, I didn't realise, by the way. They allude to that in the conversation there. But that's the hatch. We're on it there. There is a really good... Slight spoilers for as we go ahead. When you're fighting the final boss, that hatch opens, providing a shortcut to it.
Huh.
Which is quite cool. And you'll see how that works in a second. And I kind of love this. You know, I remember when Guild Wars 2 first came out, Boots. In the Diessa Plateau, you could return to the Greenwich Courthouse. And it was a Guild Wars 1 location, except this time, there was this hidden mossy wall. And when you went behind it, you found this whole interior. And you could go into the sewers beneath the Greenwich Courthouse. And it was like all this extra exploration open. Do you know what I'm talking about? That little bit?
I think so, yeah.
I get the exact same vibe here in Fort Aspenwood. Because in the original game, this was just a PvP map. Guild Wars 2, they come forward, they re-implement it, jazz it up with the technology, and what's really cool is the meta doesn't end here in the courtyard, where the PvP map used to. I really appreciated what they actually do now is you go inside the fort. We're actually going to find all interiors. The second half of this meta is all downstairs.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
There's a lot of cool little
and
details.
Wait, hold on a second. We're at the floor of the... So is Fort Aspenwood... Or wherever we are right now, Arborstone, Fort Aspenwood?
Yeah. We're sort of where the Kurzik spawn. We're where the final boss would be. Grand Architect Gunther would have been
right,
around
but
here.
is it part of Echovald Forest, or is it its own map?
It's part, as far as Guild Wars 2 is concerned, it's a part of Echovald Forest. This is just a meta event in the open world.
Because I was just going to say that you look to be on the forest floor, sort of. And I always thought Echovald Forest was going to be like, you have the forest floor, and then you have lots of tall trees and structures above it.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that there's a downstairs below the forest floor as well.
Yeah, here at least. And speaking of the tall trees and stuff, I do have a little bit of a peek of that, because that's a big thing for me. This was actually, visually, probably my biggest disappointment about End of Dragons, this map. I don't think they hit the vibe very well. So during this tour, in this video, I'm going to go get a little look at some of those places, guys, so hang in there, and we'll review our opinion about that. But here I thought I'd run ahead of everyone and see what it looks like, how many mobs there are. I'm pretty sure in the actual game, everyone's going to be charging ahead and cleaning house with all this stuff. I do like the mob density, though. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they don't seem that scary.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's my build. Maybe it's the scaling. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But this isn't the meta. This is just a phase within the meta, you know. I'm all right with there being like a trash phase. Okay, so a little bit of context as well. In Guild Wars 1, they allude to this...
What's that?
They allude to... I'll talk about it in a second. They allude to this super weapon called God's Vengeance. And the Kurziks are like building God's Vengeance up. They're gathering amber for it. And the Luxons are attacking the fort to stop it. You never really hear what God's Vengeance is or how it works. That's what this meta is based on, the God's Vengeance lore, which is pretty good. So, yeah.
Okay, so they have a bunch of animals.
They do. So there's like this menagerie place. Now, I believe these represent, in a lot of these cells, the pets that rangers can get. Or at least in one of the cells, some of them are pets. But there's other stuff too.
Yeah, there was there's a tiger there, there was a Kieran. Do you think there's going to be a Kieran?
I don't know. I don't know whether everyone is. Like a Jade Curry is obviously not going to be a pet. But some of the pets do at least appear here. We're going to see a phoenix in here.
There was a turtle. I saw the turtle.
We're actually going to fight. Here we go. I think it's this phase here. So we've got the white tiger. We've got the Kirin. That one on the side. Somewhere in... I mean, this is what I mean. This was not the right thing to do for press, man. It's just an explosion of light. You can't see or do anything.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I got a look into the cells before stuff happens. You know what I mean? So
at least made the preset for people's accounts like turn down the post-processing and the...
Well, no, you can't turn off... Someone said that to me in the comments of the first video in this little series. You can't turn off post-processing because it changes the color grading and a ton of really good effects. You can't...
Okay, but then is there no effect scaling that you can take down?
Anyway, that's not an End of Dragons thing. That's a Guild Wars thing, isn't it? But
yeah, I know.
Okay, check this thing out. Okay, what are these? Parasitic sparks... Shadowy creature over there. Now, if you guys caught the final trailer for End of Dragons, the big gameplay trailer that recaps everything, you will have seen some weird, crazy-looking ley line stuff, suggestions about something going on. This is clearly deep sea dragon related, right?
Yes, and there's the corruption of the ley lines that's turning black instead of the bright light that it usually is.
And it looks like a destroyer. What I think we're looking at there, guys, is basically a subject alpha type thing. It's a super minion. Here's the Rottweiler and the Phoenix. They've got this weird color to them, though. I don't know whether their effects have broken or something.
But I don't think it's like subject alpha in that someone here created them necessarily.
No. Yes, yeah, but it's just the melding of elder. It's like when you've got a vine-touched Kraukatoric, ice brew, everything. It becomes like a shadowy creature. That's what I think. I think they're like super amalgams of all Elder Dragon things. And
you know what it probably is?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so Aurene is the dragon, a prismatic dragon, but like kind of the dragon of light because it takes all that magic and
the
turns
shadow
it to...
is the reverse of that. Yeah, it's
exactly. And if Aurene is taking all the magic that gets turned into light, and a lot of magic is passing through Aurene and going somewhere else, then that magic is turning to darkness.
Exactly. So they'll do a yin and a yang thing. Exactly. These are all big comments on the forums and things at the moment. So,
yeah.
But anyway, so this doesn't expand on it much, but we can see that here at Fort Aspenwood, they actually caged one of them up. Here I'm getting a bunch of the loot, by the way, and you see a new type of champ box there, the Chewed Canthan backpack, and the Jade Tech lockbox. So two different things. And my inventory is just a complete mess. There they are talking about God's Vengeance in the background. And they've rebuilt it, but now it's like a technology God's Vengeance. And I think it's supposed to be like a supercomputer thing.
Okay.
Which includes us. We need to let Central try everything after we retrieve my findings, which requires deactivating the prototype that has revoked my administrator privileges.
So they'll just talk away. So what? So here, okay, I can't remember how long it will take me to do it, but if I look up, I'm going to see the hatch has opened up, and we're directly under the courtyard now. So
okay, so you just drop down.
Exactly. If you're a player coming late to this meta, and this isn't clear. Oh, it's not open yet. That is the hatch though, and it will open. I promise.
Yeah. That's smart.
If you're late, I think you can just drop in and do the fight.
I like that.
So yeah, I try and climb on the machine because who wouldn't? But it like zaps you and throws you off. Now, if you have a sky scale, I think you could probably cling to the edges and maybe do something. Okay.
I also appreciate God's Vengeance. They have the apostrophe after the S.
All right, yeah. God's is vengeance, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there I was mousing over. You see, I got a challenge achievement. So I was talking to some people about this on one of my YouTube videos recently, and even with you a second ago when we were talking about difficulty in meta and stuff. I think this is like Jakar, right? So there's a mechanic. If you avoid the mechanic, if you play well, even though the meta itself isn't hard, maybe the achievement requires you to play well. Maybe the achievement requires you to understand and all that kind of stuff. Here I'm trying to see what my incoming damage is. It's got a Sabbath of Flame Wall, but not too punishing.
It's half damage.
Yeah. And also, great combat music here as well. It's going to get drowned out a little bit, but it does sound fun. And I'm assuming they'll use on a few of the different metas. But yeah, so that achievement thing's cool, and I don't know how to actually do it, because I'm draining stacks hard, and I'm not standing in anything. So then there's the downside of the fact they're account bound, and it's once ever, but let's not go on that massive rant. Let's just appreciate the fact that next week, when End of Dragons comes out, hopefully each meta will have a fun thing like this for us to mess about with,
Yeah. Oh, it's account bound. Okay, I see what you're saying. So that you can't do it on other characters.
By the way, you see there's a bunch of villages under attack popping up in the middle of my screen right now, which is clearly a different kind of meta that's going on at the moment.
And there's villages in Echovald Forest.
Yeah. I mean, they talked about that, I guess, a little bit with the Tengu outposts or whatever, right?
Right.
So, my main focus here, rather than just grinding away and seeing numbers, I appreciate
try to see everything.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to look at things. I couldn't see any...
What's this purple... What was this purple effect on the ground that now just went away after it exploded?
Some big telegraph? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading the combat log. The thing I was disappointed here is not too many uniquely named abilities, and at that as well, not mouse overable. If you're raiding, if you're doing a big boss... You can open the combat log, you can see an enemy, an ability that you got hit with, you can mouse over it and read about it like it's a regular skill, and it will give you hints on how to avoid it, right? I mean, it won't straight up show you the animation, but it will do stuff like that. They didn't do that here in End of Dragons. So, or at least for the metas.
Tractor beam. Protected tractor beam knocks down.
We got the Omni turrets using bullet waves here and stuff. I mean, it's pretty hectic. Oh, the other thing I will say is, I kind of just assumed these would all be easy to beat, but the group starts wiping here. See, we see some bodies. So as soon as there are some bodies, I do start fighting. I want to assure everyone that as soon as I realise this isn't a loot pinata, I do contribute. And I think, Boots, if we gloss over the fact that I didn't pull my fair share early on, I think I'm a bit of a hero here, because...
Are you soloing it?
Well, I don't think I'm soloing it, but there's a lot of dead people around by the end, and I'm in the mix, hitting God's vengeance.
You're just not going to res any of them, I see.
Well, of course not. They're defeated. What do you want from me?
I don't know, not all of them were defeated.
Well, downstate, whatever. I'm not teched for that, right? That's not my build, you know. It's better to push a rally through than to waste
And you're
time.
also, if I remember correctly from last episode, you're
this.
also not... You don't have the quickness trait that gives quickness to all your friends,
No.
so you're also not teched for group
That's
composition
true.
in any way.
That's true. But here, check this out. I'm going to get right in there in a second. For this last few percent. I'm hitting it constantly. Oh, look at that pistol too. Get a couple of autos. Eat some kind of animation. All my shroud is back.
Yeah, you're the
barrage
classic
with the
selfish
two.
build.
Look at this.
Selfish
Oh,
player.
dude, look at the bodies around. There's one guy still alive in the middle there. I see him. 740 damage.
This looks like such a cluster or something.
And they're still bleeding. Okay, looking back a few days later, this is not as heroic as, as it felt when I was originally playing. Well, I don't know. He's not dying, though.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe I do get... Look at that. Oh, yeah, get in there. I love that shotgun skill, the skill 2. So good.
It's a good one.
Just channeling this auto. Going to roll it all the way up to 100k here on some enemies. Oh, no.
Yeah, but not on the boss. You're
Yeah,
not
I'm on
there.
the
You
boss.
attack the boss.
I'm on the boss.
No, you were attacking
And
the guy next to the boss the whole
I'm
time.
targeting the boss. If they obstruct, then that's just mechanics. You know.
You have hit
There's
the
gravity
boss.
and stuff putting us around.
You have hit the boss only with your skill 2 this entire
That's
time.
not true. As you said,
It
that
is
was
true.
auto. So here we go.
I'll retrieve my findings and send you a copy straight away. And then you will be officially free of me. Thank you, Owie.
Couldn't just let reality unwind, right? And if your bosses figure out what happened here today,
Ooh, cool sword.
well, there could be a place in the Kestrels for
Is
you.
that a duck Tengu?
You've got a good heart under that jade.
I don't know. I didn't really get a good look. It could be.
Thanks.
Didn't they say that there's a new type of Tengu in? Even since the first stream showing some of this stuff off?
Maybe it looks like a mallard Tengu.
They squeezed in another kind. You know, it's funny because it's like there's a lot of varieties of birds out there. You could do a lot of fantasy races based on a lot of different types of avian species.
Yeah.
And in
I've
Guild
been
Wars, they just
playing-
put it all on the Tengu.
I've been playing a board game called Wingspan, which is like all about birds, and you learn a lot about birds. And yeah, I'm appreciating the different birds that you have as Tengu here.
There you go. There's the open hatch. Man, that's a crazy sounding board game.
It's a great board game. Yeah, it's fun.
Right, and we can climb on this now. So I do want to be clear. There is a chest phase after all this. Now just imagine I have a higher tier mastery. We would be able to climb out there as well.
Yeah.
There's a chest phase. So, you know, underground doesn't just mean there's lab here, which I think if you're being a bit unfair, you might say is shallow. You know, it's not that deep underground. But now there's these vaults even further along.
Oh.
You see this sneaky door, which I'm electing not
Avoiding.
to go in apparently.
Yeah.
I think I was just exploring around. I think because I didn't come down this road before, I wanted to give people the full experience, okay? So you can get these chests.
You got some chests. Okay.
I swear there's more than this though. And it's all Jade Bot stuff as well. Oh, no, it's not.
And it's a
They look-
grand... There's a grand chest there. I'm guessing that's where you might get a special, super special thing?
You're thinking an infusion or something coming out of that.
Some kind of a fusion, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I swear there are. You can see on the minimap that there's a bunch of red X's everywhere, but I can't tell if that's the chests when they're like cache keepers that we got to kill.
No, those look like attacking things.
Or that's the other metas, right?
I think that was there before, right?
Oh, was it? I
You
know,
said-
look, we've actually got combat music going on. Outposts are getting overrun. That's the other meta, the gang war. of
Yeah,
Echovald.
exactly.
Oh no, or is it? Oh yeah. Okay, so another thing. Now I don't know how much we can ramble here. So this, technically speaking, this is basically the end of the tour. Okay, but we were allowed to keep playing and doing things. So I thought I'd go back to the earlier areas of the meta I don't leave the meta area at all, but I wanted to look at the trees, okay? And I wanted to like get a sense of Echovald, like what you were talking about there, and really see where I sit with it, with how it looks. To me, it just feels a bit too open. I gotta say, not grey, not orange enough, you know.
Not
but at the same
claustrophobic enough.
Yeah, but I mean, the lore is that there's life back, so maybe my expectations of the place and that striking visual that I want is just unrealistic or something.
Maybe you just haven't gotten to the places where you have that striking visual yet.
That's also true too. Yeah, I mean, very very well pointed out there too. But through this, I do actually find something kind of cool. I find some enemies that are like hiding on the edge of the fort.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what those enemies might be? You throw
Sentry
just
turrets.
a ton of stuff at the wall, and we'll see whether you've picked one of them's right. Go on, just go. Just list whatever you think it might possibly be.
Wardens.
Sentries? Wardens, okay. Can I just say, if it's wardens, it's a really cool thing to have found. Like, you're about to see my head explode if there's wardens. That are secret wardens near here.
Secret
Go on.
wardens. Jade Tech bots that are malfunctioning and now have sentience.
Okay. Anything else?
Think
Marjorie. More normal.
Marjorie.
No, it's not any characters. It's nothing like that. That would also have been quite cool.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
Well, you'll see. You can keep guessing until we get there.
Is it
It's like
the
a
Jade
creature.
Brotherhood?
I'll give you a hint. It's like a creature. So Wardens was closer than...
Not Kieran. You've already seen Kieran.
Well, there might be more Kierans. Maybe this isn't totally revelatory, but it is something I found. So
Is
maybe
it Kieran?
is Kieran's. Is it Kieran's? I don't know. You putting that on the list?
Sure.
Okay.
Is it?
This is going to be so disappointing, and I'm going to love it.
Oh boy.
We can't quite get up here. As you can see, what I wanted to do, just to be clear, is the actual like fort spawn place where
Is
you
it
are as
Oni?
the Kurziks. Oni would be amazing. I'm gonna let people down instantly. It's not Oni. Oni would have been the coolest thing ever. If I'd found Oni and oh man, I didn't even think of that, and now you've disappointed me. It's not Oni. We're about to find them. Oh, it's more than one. I've just given it up potentially a little bit.
Really?
So here we are. We're in the edge of the fort.
Jade Brotherhood. Is it?
I can tell you, it is something we saw already between these two videos we've done. Oh, we're so close. They're over this. They're over this.
Videos.
Oh, see, look, there's some cranes out here. See, white cranes.
Finally, the fabled white cranes that are untouched. So these guys also untouchable, just like in Queensdale? No, I guess you can hit them.
They're untouchable. No, I think these are a new enemy variety, and you know they're just sort of hanging around.
Are they gonna replace that white crane in the river in Queensdale with one of these white cranes instead?
Look, Boots. It's two veterans at a nest. It's a mummy and a daddy, and I just came and killed them and stole their egg.
And then took their egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that egg?
It's such a nice little detail.
Yeah, I know. I like seeing little things like that, like some bears in some maps that have no reason to be there other than you kill the parents and then the cub is all alone.
Yeah, and there's another one there. That's the egg that did hatch recently. I don't know.
Why
maybe
are
this
the
is
cranes
somewhere...
just staring at the walls though? Like, is the wall really? Look at the wall. Maybe they're staring at something important.
It feels to me like this is a place where maybe a juvenile white crane would have been or something.
Right.
Okay, so the other thing that's going on here, and by the way, if you saw from the positioning there, that area is off on the side, and you can just get to it whether the meta's up or not. So here's the thing: in 3 minutes, they're gonna flick the kill switch, and it says explore and evacuate the Aspenwood testing facility before the kill switch fries the place. So of course, I really wanted to see what it looks like to be fried, right? What's the animation gonna be like?
It's just gonna be you get teleported out, right?
Well, you say that like that's a disappointing thing. It actually literally is. You'll get teleported out, but they'll do it in a fun way, and I'll
yeah,
show
well, I mean,
you.
it's not a disappointing thing. That's just how it's always worked.
Well, it's not being fried. I'll tell you that. I'd rather
Yeah,
get
okay.
fried, killed, and then teleported out. Just like the end of Dragon's Stand or something.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
can you see how I'm
Dragon
sliding
Fall.
around in here? Could you see how my
Yeah,
character's
what's going
sliding?
on there? Is there like a magnetic pull or something?
Apparently it's a bug. So
weird.
I don't know whether it will be there at launch. I don't know how.
What kind of a
like,
bug? What?
Well, it's because during the fight, clearly one of the things. Now, my theory is the shadow creature because I think the shadow creature died about here. I think the shadow creature had some kind of vacuum mechanic. Because my expectation of shadow creatures is they're overloaded with a bunch of cool things. And I think that, maybe that's like some claw of Krakatorik or something. And it died, but its skill effect lingered. So yeah, anyway, it's still there, and hopefully that won't be happening.
Where is the best place to see this?
Okay, yeah, so I was asking, they were saying in chat, and I wanted to stay. Most people are leaving now, and that's going to take us to the third video, which is very short, by the way, or a lot more refined, let me put it that way. It's Kaineng, so that'll be cool, but we're going to stay here for 2 minutes and just sort of chill out and see it. You got any thoughts, Boots, or feelings about this little tour of Echovald?
I think I like it so far. I definitely want to see more of Echovald Forest. Right now I'm getting a little bit oversaturated with the amount of green there is. People keep saying that.
To me, it's like, this wasn't even much of an Echovald Forest demo. This is more of a Jade Tech Lab demo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is definitely Jade Tech Lab, and I mean, I understand why there's a lot of green in it, but yeah.
So these chests are kind of weird. You'll notice that we can open some of them, and we can't open others.
Oh.
I don't know why that's so inconsistent.
Is your mastery just not high enough, or?
No, we don't have the mastery at all. We can't interact with
okay.
anything. I guess it's because of the battery thing, but they put a bunch of battery, like they don't. I don't know whether chests are going to feel tedious to open in this expansion because you've got to keep zigzagging backwards and forwards to getting batteries and stuff.
There's a lot of batteries.
It looks like they placed a lot of them around. And when you're maxed out on the mastery, you get like 4 tiers or something of it. So, I don't know. Maybe they just unlocked access to some of them.
Is there going to be a mastery in it that you automatically, as you pass by a battery, recharge?
I don't remember that from their presentation. All right, so just 7 seconds left here. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to melt?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it's going to be... I don't even know if it's going to be a flash of light. It's just going to be like a sound effect.
The door closed. The door closed. Those came back on.
Sound effect, and then you're gone.
I thought I was getting gassed, but those gas pipes have been leaking the whole time. I've noticed doing this commentary.
Yeah, they were always there.
Yeah. So force fields appeared around God's Vengeance machine. That hatch is closed.
Oh.
So look, there's all these little things. It's a bit of a detail. So I didn't know whether it was actively trying to kill me or whether... I mean, can I just play bullet hell and stay alive in here forever? Do you know what I mean?
Try it.
Well, I sort of wanted to try it, and then on the other hand, I wanted to see what happens if I get hit.
And you get teleport when you get hit.
In a minute, I'm going to walk into one. Yeah, and it's a very binary. That's... Do we get teleported or fried, Boots? Last chance.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, did I already confirm to you that you get teleported?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I'm wrong anyway. Yeah, you do. There you go. You get hit, fall over. But look, it's okay.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I always like that.
Yeah, it's like leaving the Chaos Crystal Canyon or whatever.
Yeah.
You can glide around.
Ooh, nice. Oh, look at that. Can you get up that thing?
Well, there you go. So there are some of these big trees. There are some of those, it's a bit like in Heart of Thorns, the giant tree that the mouth of Mordred moths around and all that. So I don't know. Maybe there's hope for the Crystal Desert, for the Echovald Forest. And there you go. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. It's been great to have you here, Boots. Thanks to everyone who's out there in the comments. Give us your thoughts and feelings. And I'll see you on the last one for New Kaineng City.
I'm looking forward to that one.
See you guys soon.